The book of Genesis, chapter 6. And after that, men began to be multiplied upon the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God, seeing the daughters of men that they were fair, took to themselves wives of all which they chose. And God said, My spirit shall not remain in man forever, because he is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. Now giants were upon the earth in those days. For after the sons of God went in to the daughters of men, and they brought forth children, these are the mighty men of old, men of renown. And God, seeing that the wickedness of men was great on the earth, and that all the thought of their heart was bent upon evil at all times, it repented him that he made man on the earth. And being touched inwardly with sorrow of heart, he said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, from man even to beast, from the creeping thing even to the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace before the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just and perfect man in his generations. He walked with God, and he begot 3 sons, Sem, Chem, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupted before God, and was filled with iniquity. And when God had seen that the earth was corrupted, for all flesh had corrupted its way upon the earth, he said to Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me. The earth is filled with iniquity through them, and I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of timber planks. Thou shalt make little rooms in the ark, and thou shalt pitch it within and without. And thus shalt thou make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. Thou shalt make a window in the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish the top of it. And the door of the ark thou shalt set in the side, with lower middle chambers, and 3rd story shalt thou make it. Behold, I will bring the waters of a great flood upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life under heaven. All things that are in the earth shall be consumed. And I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt enter into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and the wives of thy sons with thee. And every living creature of all flesh thou shalt bring 2 of a sort into the ark, that they may live with thee, of the male sex and the female, of fowls according to their kind, and of beasts in their kind, and of everything that creepeth on the earth according to its kind. 2 of every sort shall go in with thee, that they may live. Thou shalt take unto thee of all food that may be eaten, and thou shalt lay it up with thee, and it shall be food for thee and them. And Noah did all things which God commanded him. Chapter 7. And the Lord said to him, Go in thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee I have seen just before me in this generation. Of all clean beasts take 7 and 7, the male and the female. But of the beasts that are unclean 2 and 2, the male and the female. Of fowls also of the air 7 and 7, the male and the female, that seed may be saved upon the face of the whole earth. For yet a while, and after 7 days, I will rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy every substance that I have made from the face of the earth. And Noah did all things which the Lord had commanded him, and he was 600 years old when the waters of the flood overflowed the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons, his wife, and the wives of his sons with him into the ark, because of the waters of the flood. And of beasts clean and unclean, and of fowls, and of everything that moveth upon the earth. 2 and 2 went in to Noah into the ark, male and female, as the Lord had commanded Noah. And after the 7 days were past, the waters of the flood overflowed the earth. In the 600th year of the life of Noah, in the 2nd month, and the 17th day of the month, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the floodgates of heaven were opened, and the rain fell upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the selfsame day, Noah and Sem and Chem and Japheth, his sons, his wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them went into the ark. They and every beast according to its kind, and all the cattle in their kind, and everything that moveth upon the earth according to its kind, and every fowl according to its kind, all birds and all that fly, went into Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein was the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded him. And the Lord shut him in on the outside. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and lifted up the ark on high from the earth. For they overflowed exceedingly, and filled all on the face of the earth, and the ark was carried upon the waters. And the waters prevailed beyond measure upon the earth, and all the high mountains under the whole heaven were covered. The water was 15 cubits higher than the mountains which it covered, and all flesh was destroyed that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beasts, and of all creeping things that creep upon the earth, and all men. And all things wherein there is the breath of life on earth died. And he destroyed all the substance that was upon the earth, from man even to beast, and the creeping things and fowls of the air, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Chapter 8. And God remembered Noah and all the living creatures and all the cattle which were with him in the ark, and brought a wind upon the earth, and the waters were abated. The fountains also of the deep and the floodgates of heaven were shut up, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth, going and coming, and they began to be abated after 150 days. And the ark rested in the 7th month, the 7th and 20th day of the month, upon the mountains of Armenia. And the waters were going and decreasing until the 10th month, for in the 10th month, the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains appeared. And after that 40 days were past, Noah, opening the window of the ark which he had made, sent forth a raven, which went forth and did not return till the waters were dried up upon the earth. He sent forth also a dove after him, to see if the waters had now ceased upon the face of the earth. But she, not finding where her foot might rest, returned to him into the ark, for the waters were upon the whole earth. And he put forth his hand, and caught her, and brought her into the ark. And having waited yet 7 other days, he again sent forth the dove out of the ark. And she came to him in the evening, carrying a bough of an olive tree, with green leaves in her mouth. Noah therefore understood that the waters were ceased upon the earth. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and he sent forth the dove, which returned not any more unto him. Therefore in the 601st year, the 1st month, the 1st day of the month, the waters were lessened upon the earth. And Noah, opening the covering of the ark, looked and saw that the face of the earth was dried. In the 2nd month, the 7th and 20th day of the month, the earth was dried. And God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, thou and thy wife, thy sons and the wives of thy sons with thee, all living things that are with thee of all flesh, as well in fowls as in beasts, and all creeping things that creep upon the earth, bring out with thee, and go ye upon the earth, increase and multiply upon it. So Noah went out, he and his sons, his wife, and the wives of his sons with him. And all living things and cattle and creeping things that creep upon the earth according to their kinds went out of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and taking of all cattle and fowls that were clean, offered holocausts upon the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and said, I will no more curse the earth for the sake of man, for the imagination and thought of man's heart are prone to evil from his youth. Therefore I will no more destroy every living soul as I have done. All the days of the earth, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, night and day shall not cease. Chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and he said to them, Increase and multiply and fill the earth. And let the fear and dread of you be upon all the beasts of the earth, and upon all the fowls of the air, and all that move upon the earth. All the fishes of the sea are delivered into your hand. And everything that moveth and liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herbs have I delivered them all to you. Saving that flesh with blood you shall not eat. For I will require the blood of your lives at the hand of every beast, and at the hand of man, and at the hand of every man and of his brother will I require the life of man. Whosoever shall shed man's blood, his blood shall be shed. For man was made to the image of God. But increase you and multiply, and go upon the earth and fill it. Thus also said God to Noah and to his sons with him, Behold, I will establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living soul that is with you, as well as in all birds as in cattle and beasts of the earth, that are come forth out of the ark, and in all the beasts of the earth. I will establish my covenant with you, and all flesh shall be no more destroyed with the waters of a flood, neither shall there be from henceforth a flood to waste the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I give between me and you, and to every living soul that is with you for perpetual generations. I will set my bow in the clouds, and it shall be the sign of a covenant between me and between the earth. And when I shall cover the sky with clouds, my bow shall appear in the clouds. And I will remember my covenant with you, and with every living soul that beareth flesh. And there shall no more be waters of a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the clouds, and I shall see it, and shall remember the everlasting covenant that was made between God and every living soul of all flesh which is upon the earth. And God said to Noah, This shall be the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh upon the earth. And the sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Sem, Chem, and Japheth, and Chem is the father of Canaan. These three are the sons of Noah, and from these was all mankind spread over the earth. And Noah, a husbandman, began to till the ground and planted a vineyard. And drinking of the wine was made drunk, and was uncovered in his tent. Which when Chem, the father of Canaan, had seen, to wit, that his father's nakedness was uncovered, he told it to his two brethren without. But Sem and Japheth put a cloak upon their shoulder, and going backward covered their nakedness of their father, and their faces were turned away, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah, awakening from the wine, when he had learned what his younger son had done to him, he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Sem, be Canaan his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Sem, and Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all his days were in the whole 950 years, and he died. Chapter 10. These are the generations of the sons of Noah, Sem, Chem, and Japheth, and unto them sons were born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Thubal, and Mosok, and Thiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashenaz, and Riphath, and Thagorma. And the sons of Japhan, Elissa, and Tharsis, Sethim, and Dodanim. By these were divided the lands of the Gentiles into their lands, every one according to his ton, and their families and their nations. And the sons of Chem, Chus, and Misram, and Phuth, and Canaan. And the sons of Chus, Saba, and Havilah, and Sabatha, and Regma, and Sabatacha. The sons of Regma, Saba, and Dedan. Now Chus begot Nimrod. He began to be mighty on the earth, and he was a stout hunter before the Lord. Hence came a proverb, even as Nimrod, the stout hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babylon, and Erech, and Achad, and Shalon, in the land of Sennaar. Out of that land came forth Assur, and built Nineveh, and the streets of the city in Shale. Resen also between Nineveh and Shale. This is the great city. And Misraim begot Ludim, and Anamim, and Laabim, Nephthuim, and Phetrusim, and Chesluim, of whom came forth the Philistines, and the Kephtorim. And Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, the Hethite, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgasite, the Hivite, and the Erosite, the Sinite, and the Aradian, the Samorite, and the Hamathite. And afterwards the families of the Canaanites were spread abroad. And the limits of Canaan were from Sidon as one from to Gerara, even to Gaza, until thou enter Sodom and Gomorrah, and Adamah, and Seboim, even to Lessa. These are the children of Chem, and their kindreds, and tongues, and generations, and lands, and nations. Of Sem also, the father of all the children of Heber, the elder brother of Japheth, sons were born. The sons of Sem, Elam, and Asur, and Ephraxad, and Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram, Us, and Hul, and Gether, and Mes. But Ephraxad begot Sael, of whom was born Heber. And to Heber were born two sons. The name of the one was Phaleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name Jecton, which Jecton begot Elmodad, and Saleph, and Asarmath Jair, and Adoram, and Uzo, and Dekla, and Abel, and Abimael, Seba, and Ophir, and Hevelah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Jecton, and their dwelling was from Mesa, as we go on as far as Sephar, a mountain in the east. These are the children of Sem, according to their kindreds and tongues, and countries and their nations. These are the families of Noah, according to their people and nations. By these were the nations divided on the earth after the flood.